Hi, it's Kay. Welcome to my build guide for Cold Conversion Herald of Purity Necromancer. This build has big boss killing power. It also has good mapping speed when combined with spiders. However, it doesn't have strong defenses, and the summoning mechanic is a bit tricky, especially in Maven fights. I'll start with a showcase and then go over the support minions, the passives Ascendancy and Pantheon, and the gear including gems and links.
I've killed countless thousands. Crush the intruder!
For mapping, cast Desecrate, hold Divine Ire, and use the Rising Jar Flasks. Divine Ire's charging aura will kill the worms, which spawn spiders and sentinels. But note that they have a limited duration and will need to be resummoned. The spiders are not needed for bossing, so just hold Divine Ire and use the Rising Jar Flasks to release worms and spawn the sentinels. This mechanic can be tricky if you need to resummon mid-fight, as you will see later in the showcase. As you can see, Atsuri killed the sentinels, and I need to resummon them. Oops! Maven died first, so let's count that as a death skill. The build uses 4 support minions for buffs and debuffs. Carnage Chieftain gives frenzy charges. Krabi increases core damage taken by enemies. And Carrion Golem increases the Sentinel's base damage. I'm using 2 Carnage Chieftains because they have low HP and tend to die easily. Here is the passive tree for the build. Note that Ravenous Horde is anointed on the amulet, and the entire sovereignty cluster is allocated. There are 2 sets of cluster jaws. The large jaws are minion damage with 8 points and 3 notables. I only allocate Renewal and Feasting Fiends. The third notable is not allocated. The medium jaws are increased aura effect with replenishing presence and vengeful commander. There are 3 small jaws with surging vitality and 1 with enduring composure to generate endurance charges. In the 4 jewel sockets, I use ghastly eye jaws to increase life and minion damage. For the ascendancies, I used Commander of Darkness, Unnatural Strength, and Mistress of Sacrifice. And for the Pantheons, I used Lunarisyn with Ratha. Note that the Life Flask recharge does work, even though Raiden Jar is a hybrid flask. Here is an overview of the gear including gems and links. The body armor needs Warlord or Shaper influence to get +1 to active skill gems. Note that I also have life recovery, but it's not necessary. The gems are Herald of Purity, Multi-Strike, Melee physical damage, Elemental damage, Minion damage, and Predator. The helmet was crafted with Essence of Greed, and it has the +1 Sentinel enchant from Overlap. The gems are Generosity, Hatred, Skitterbots, and Bone Chill. For Basin, I have 2 Convoking Wands that both give +2 to the gem level of Hope. One wand has Trigger a Socketed spell with Desecrate, Divergent Flesh Offering, and Summon Skeletons. And the other wand has Holy Flame Totem, Culling Strike, and Divine Ire. For mapping, I use Arakaris Fang with melee physical damage, melee splash, and minion speed. And a +2 Scepter with cast when damage taken linked to Immortal Call, and Divine Ire which is unlinked. The gloves are Triad Grip with 4 green sockets for 100% code conversion. The gems are Desecrate, Dash, Second Wind, and Enhance. The boots have +2 to minion gems, which only drops in Delve. This increases the level of the support minions and helps keep them alive. The gems are Carrion Golem, Raise Spectre, Feeding Frenzy, and Empower. The amulet is also uprising, with Hatred reserves no mana. The anointment is Ravenous Horde using 1 Verdant and 2 Opalescent Ores. Both wings are Circle of Guilt with reduced mana reserve and increased damage for the Sentinels. 1 ring has Frostbite Curse on hit. The Stygian Vice has a Ghastly Eye Jewel with Minion Taunt and Minion Blind. Lastly, the flasks are a Life Flask with Staunching for bleed removal, Quartz for phasing, Quicksilver for speed boost, and 2 Raiden Jars. Overall, Code Conversion Sentinel of Purity are strong boss killers, but resummoning them in the middle of a Maven fight is pretty tricky. I would like to give a big thank you to my patrons. Your support helps me make these videos. And a special thank you to Umit, who helped me with getting the sentinel for the thumbnail. Okay, I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Thanks for watching!